Thank you all so much for being here. Welcome to the 76th Arkansas Alumni Awards celebration. Thank you for joining us. As we begin this evening, and I realize we may have some who are still making their way to their seats, I want to begin by thanking each of you for your patience over the last 2 years. The alumni awardees we are recognizing this evening were selected by our National Board of Directors in February of 2020. Amidst the pandemic, we chose not to host an event last year, and as you can see, have been very thoughtful in how we have modified our in-person gathering tonight. It has been a balance to adequately acknowledge our amazing award recipients while monitoring the safety of all of you participating. We appreciate everyone's patience and support as we now seek to bring you a very special evening recognizing your Alumni Award recipients. Tonight, we honor 12 inspiring people who have dedicated their lives to building a better world through leadership, service, research, and teaching. Their work has shone brightly on the stages of music and athletics, blazed trails in the fields of law, engineering, and education, established Arkansas as a powerhouse in the field of life cycle assessment, advocated for women and children, celebrated diversity and multiculturalism, shaped the preservation and development of the University of Arkansas campus and Fayetteville, broken ground on new discoveries, provided life-changing opportunities for students, and advanced our nation and communities through selfless service. These recipients join those from years past as examples of how individuals can change the lives of so many. You are the spirit of the University of Arkansas. We are excited to have several members of our National Alumni Board of Directors with us tonight. We are grateful for the excellent leadership they provide to the association and our team. If you are a current or past member of our National Board, would you please stand and be recognized? I know among them are some of our past presidents, as well as former Executive Director Mike Masechko and Chris are here tonight. Thank you all so much for joining us. We have many of our campus leaders with us tonight, including our deans and the chancellor's executive team. If you all will please stand. There you're here. Thank you so much for your leadership and all you do for the university. A special thank you to our interim chancellor, Dr. Robinson, and to our vice chancellor for advancement, Mark Power. I appreciate your leadership and your support. Thank you so much. We are also fortunate to have great support from the University of Arkansas system. And with us tonight, and always with us, has been Dr. Bobbitt and his wife, Susan. Thank you, Dr. Bobbitt. We are also grateful for many campus leaders and system leaders who often attend our event, but of course could not because of COVID protocols and safety practices. We just want to acknowledge their support throughout this. Now, let's begin with our first series of awards. Tonight, you will hear each recipient's story and acceptance of the award in their own words through video. Thank you to University Relations for your hard work and collaboration with these presentations, as well as SRM Productions. And thank you to our honorees for agreeing to participate in these videos. We look forward to hearing your stories. Now, joining us to present the Charles and Nadine Baum Faculty Teaching Award is the university's Chief Academic Officer, Interim Provost, and Vice Chancellor for Academic Affairs, Terry Martin.
Thank you, Brandy. Established in 1997, the Charles and Nadine Baum Faculty Teaching Award recognizes a faculty member for outstanding teaching and includes a $5,000 award. Tonight, we are pleased to present this prestigious award to Jeannie Wayne, University Professor of History. Dr. Wayne is an esteemed teacher who has impacted the teaching of history in the state of Arkansas and beyond. Her publications include Arkansas, A Concise History, and Delta Empire, Lee Wilson and the Transformation of the Agriculture in the New South. Jeannie is also known for her engaging teaching and mentoring style and is a recipient of multiple awards recognizing her accomplishments, including the Outstanding Mentor Award from the Graduate School and International Education and the Master Teacher Award from the Fulbright College of Arkansas Arts and Science, and is a member of the University of Arkansas Teaching Academy. Please give your attention to the video screens.
I came to the University of Arkansas to accept a position in the Department of History as the Arkansas historian and as editor of the Arkansas Historical Quarterly and secretary-treasurer of the Arkansas Historical Association. You know, a little Arkansas girl gone to California and stayed on the West Coast for 13 years altogether. What would it be like to come back and start teaching Arkansas kids? I'm an Arkansas kid. You can take the girl out of Arkansas, but not the Arkansas out of the girl, so I was ready to come back. In my opinion, a great teacher is someone who brings not only knowledge and enthusiasm to the classroom, but the capacity to meet students where they are. I usually have a classroom of students who are all over the map. You know, their ability to interpret information and do analysis and think critically, and to recognize that and to meet them where they are and to help them to get where they can go. That's I think what makes a great teacher. The Charles and Nadine Baum Teaching Award is the most important recognition I have received in my career. I live here. I live in this department, in this university. I walk into the classroom. Every time I walk into the classroom, I try to bring my A game. And this reward tells me that I managed to bring my A game sufficiently to be recognized for it. Thank you. Thank you also for all that you do to promote the University of Arkansas and to keep up with our students. The Alumni Association and the other efforts on the part of the History Department and the Fulbright College to keep up with students often offers the opportunity to in unexpected ways to find out that much later that they learned something meaningful in your class and appreciate it.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage the Charles and Nadine Baum Faculty Teaching Award recipient, Jeannie Wayne.
Our next presenter is Interim Chancellor Charles Robinson, who will present the Alumni Association Faculty Distinguished Achievements Awards. Please join me in welcoming him to the stage.
Thank you, Terry. It was great seeing Jeannie Wayne get that award. She was the person responsible for bringing me to the University of Arkansas back in 1999. So I owe her a great deal of gratitude for that. Advancing student success, promoting innovation in teaching and learning, enhancing research and discovery, and investing in faculty excellence are some of the university's guiding priorities. These priorities are fundamental to the University of Arkansas's mission. Student success thrives on the great work of faculty who teach in innovative, engaging, and effective ways. The world advances through the discovery of knowledge, the spread of ideas, and the creative activity of faculty members. And society thrives when our faculty are engaged in outreach and public service. So tonight, we recognize the work of 3 prominent educators who embrace and exemplify these ideals. Each of these faculty awardees received a $5,000 award. We'll start with the Faculty Award for Research, which goes to Gregory Toma, professor in the Ralph E. Martin Department of Chemical Engineering. Professor Toma is the leader in life cycle assessment modeling for agriculture. Dr. Toma has raised the profile of the University of Arkansas in sustainable food and agricultural systems. He is currently serving on 3 United Nations technical advisory groups on sustainable food production and is co-leader of 2 of them. In addition to his research activities, Dr. Toma has advised and mentored numerous undergraduate and graduate students, as well as several postdoctoral fellows and research associates. Please turn your attention to the video screens.
My primary area of research for the past 12 years or so has been sustainability evaluation of food production systems and food systems in general. What are the ways in which the food industry can improve the environmental sustainability of our food system and simultaneously provide a healthy and nutritious diet to the U.S. population and frankly to the world? Probably the most important way in which my research has impacted my teaching is through bringing in examples of the research and telling students about the work that I'm doing and how it connects to the topic that we're studying in the class. You know, I think the most important thing in picking a student is not their GRE score or their grade point, but the most important thing in choosing a student to work on a project is, are they really interested? Do they have a passion for the topic? The Distinguished Alumni Award for Research is an incredible honor, and I have been awed by my predecessors and their accomplishments, and so I find myself in incredibly good company for which I'm not certain I'm deserving, but I'm genuinely appreciative of the Alumni Association for giving me this award. To the alumni scholars in the audience, congratulations on being here and the awards that you've received. And if I had one piece of advice, it's unfortunately somewhat hackneyed, but follow your passion. Try to find something that you love to do and do it well. And if you are able to do that, then going to work won't be working.
Ladies and gentlemen, please congratulate the Faculty Distinguished Award for Research recipient, Dr. Greg Toma. Dr. Toma is unable to be with us this evening, and we will accept the award on his behalf.
Next, the Faculty Award for Service is presented to Dr. Ro DeBrizio. Dr. Ro DeBrizio, University Professor Emeritus of Health, Human Performance, and Recreation. Dr. DeBrizzo consistently strived to make the University of Arkansas a better place. She has been called a member of the chaired, she had been a member and chaired numerous committees, including serving as the chair of the campus faculty and faculty senate. Dr. DeBrizzo was a leader in the development of numerous programs, including the Office for the Studies on Aging, the Exercise Science Research Center, and the Razor Fit Wellness Program for faculty and staff. Please watch the video screens to hear more about Dr. Ro DeBrizzo now.
Of all of the things that I did and all of the roles that I played on this campus, I identify with none of them more than just being a faculty member. It's my identity. It's what I want to do well. It's where I think my calling was and where my true service was. You know, when I think about memories at the University of Arkansas, I mean, I am just flooded. To pick one or two would be really, really difficult for me. I have, and I know that this is overstated and used quite a bit, but I have truly, truly been lucky and blessed that I've just gotten to work with, you know, some of the finest faculty and staff anywhere in the country, no doubt about it. There is no doubt that our faculty, our staff, and our students can compete with anyone, anywhere. And I really, really mean that. Obviously, it means quite a bit to me. You never start a task thinking you're going to get an award, but when you're at the end of your career and the university and your colleagues recognize some of what you did, it's a big deal, and don't let anyone tell you it isn't. I'd like to thank the Alumni Association for the award, but I'd also like to thank them for all the work that they do with staying in touch and staying connected with people. I think that's really rather impressive. You know, I think when you have a career as long as mine that you always get in trouble when you try and acknowledge a few people because, in essence, you will forget other people. So I hope that the people that know, that should know because I did it at the time. But if I had to single anyone out, I think I would really like to thank Chancellor Emeritus Dan Ferrida, because he took a chance on me long before I proved that I deserved that chance, and I will forever be thankful for him. And then, of course, CMP, ti amo.
Please welcome to the stage the Faculty Distinguished Award recipient for service, Dr. Ro DeBrizzo.
Our last faculty award of the evening is presented to an associate professor in the College of Engineering. We are honored to present the Rising Teacher Award to Benjamin Runkle. Benjamin Runkle is innovative in his teaching and has initiated a greater use of active learning and practicing in his coursework. He includes significant introduction to practical computer, hydrological, and environmental modeling skills in undergraduate and graduate courses. Dr. Runkle is a mentor to students both in and out of the classroom. He has mentored 2 consecutive senior project teams to second place, finishes in the Gunlogson Environmental Student Design completion at the American Society of Agricultural and Biological Engineers annual meeting. That's a mouthful. He is the founding advisor for OSTEM, an LGBTQ+ registered student organization on campus, which was named Rookie Chapter of the Year Award at the annual OSTEM National Conference in 2018. Dr. Runkle applied for and received funding from the University of Arkansas Honors College to support both a group and 2 individual research products that center around quantifying the ecosystem services of green roof on campus. Please join me in watching his video.
I've been a professor here at the University of Arkansas for 7 years, and it's been a great experience. I've enjoyed learning about biological engineering. In our department, we say that that's a mix of sustainable food, water, and energy systems and the ways that we can engineer them to be better. The most rewarding part about teaching is watching somebody understand something. So people are really open at that moment, and you can really see, we call it the aha moment, and they really, now I get it, it's just a really fulfilling thing and that also teaches me a lot too. I understand what has been the stumbling block. How did I teach it in a way for them to get over it? And then watching them really understand something is really powerful. What I would hope that they remember from me is a real desire to help them learn a topic and to also help them map out different possible futures for who they are. I think I help them think about the trajectory, one of the possible trajectories of their life. One of the great joys of working in Arkansas is the diversity of the landscape. So while I live and work up here in Fayetteville in these beautiful Ozark Mountains, I do a lot of my research down in the row crop region east of Little Rock, and I work in the rice fields, help farmers develop sustainable irrigation practices and farm production techniques. And that's also been the source of a lot of great memories for me, driving back from east of Little Rock and the flat region of the state, looking at the sunset as I come up over and into the Ozark Mountains. It's really a beautiful feeling to be talking about science with my research group, reflecting on the things we've encountered that day, and be driving back up the hill to Fayetteville. It's really an honor to have come to a place I'd never visited before, set up a professor position and a life, and to be recognized as somebody who's trying hard and trying to teach these students. It really is meaningful, and it helps me really feel the support of the community of the university. Campus, the alumni, the faculty, it has been as warm a welcome as I anticipated from the reaction I got on the first day that I arrived here. So it really helps me feel like, yeah, part of the Razorback family.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Faculty Distinguished Rising Teaching Award recipient, Dr. Benjamin Runkle.
Please give another round of applause for all of our faculty award winners. Congratulations, and thank you, Dr. Robinson. The Arkansas Alumni Association has been proud to raise scholarship dollars and support students at the University of Arkansas throughout our history. Already this year, the association has awarded more than $1 million in scholarships to 546 students for the 2021-2022 academic year. One of the reasons I love what I do is because we get to take care and support our students, our future alumni, our Razorback family. And there's nothing I love more than giving back to the students. And this video you're about to see, I was fortunate that earlier today when we were setting up and working, they played the video, because I'm going to tell you right now, knowing these students, you would have had to have brought a box of tissues to me, because it's very personal to me what we are able to do and the lives we are able to impact and change. Please take a few minutes as we highlight our Alumni Association Scholarship Program and a few of our incredible scholars.
I grew up always wanting to go to one school and only one school, the University of Arkansas. I never even applied to any other schools. Growing up in Arkansas, you know, that's was everything, the Razorbacks. So it was always my goal and my dream to go to the U of A. I loved the Hogs. I loved Fayetteville. The Alumni Scholarship was a huge help. I mean, I would say without it, that my life would have been completely different. I likely would not have been a graduate of the U of A.
When I got the call saying I got the scholarship, I picked up the phone and the lady was like, "Hi, you know, I wanted to call you and tell you that you got this scholarship." And I was just, wow, like, are you sure? Like me, you called the right person? She was like, "Well, you know, I hope this makes your Monday better." She had no idea how much better it made my Monday, my week, my month, these 5 years of architecture school, and my career forever after it.
I wanted to come here, but I didn't have the funds to, and I knew if I came here I was gonna have to work to pay my tuition. And the scholarship just has helped that because I haven't had to work. I've been able to focus on my academics. I've been able to focus on making connections. I've been able to focus on bettering myself and growing in my faith. This is my dream school. This is where I wanted to go. And without this scholarship, I wouldn't have been able to come up here. And it's kind of scary to think about what my life would be if I didn't get this scholarship.
As a student at the university, I was able to meet people that I had interacted with throughout my past in different camps and leadership programs. And I was able to meet people from across the world. The Alumni Association, to me, is an opportunity to encourage and have that connection as I'm working with individuals that are choosing to attend the university.
There were a lot of things that brought me to the University of Arkansas, actually. A deciding factor was the ability to be able to get a quality education at an in-state rate. And also, too, I had an opportunity because I was an alumni endowed scholar, and that opened so many doors for me. That was one of the only scholarships that I had coming into the University of Arkansas. And so on one level, from financial level, it meant a lot, but also the University of Arkansas knows me, they care about me, they're investing in me, they believe in me. And so for me, that was just a game changer.
I just want to express my deepest gratitude for the Alumni Association and the donors to the scholarship. And thank you to everyone who continues to work for the advocacy of students and alumni of our great university.
I can't thank the Alumni Association and everybody who donates enough. It is vital. It is very important for me. It's allowed me to become who I am today. So thank you, thank you, thank you.
With the opportunities that you share for students and the connections that you provide.
Thank you for your time. Thank you for your energy. Thank you for your investment. It matters. It makes a difference. And you are what make the University of Arkansas a great place to be and one that's even going to be better in the future.
You really made coming here to the U of A possible. It's really because of what you guys do. This scholarship makes a huge difference for people, you know. Like, I don't know if I would have made it here, when I would have made it here. So thank you.
Sally, you didn't bring my tissues. Where are my tissues? No, I'm teasing you. We want to thank our scholars for participating in tonight's video. You did an amazing job. Stories like these wouldn't be possible, as they mentioned, without the generous financial support from our alumni and the University of Arkansas family. Thank you to so many in the room who have made our scholarship program what it is today. Thanks to our ambassadors for being a part of tonight. So if you've seen a few students around, they are our alumni scholars. Ethan Hackworth, Taylor Poe, Sally Sen, and Jacob Vincent. Thank you for being here tonight. Now you know what I'm going to share with you next. The Alumni Scholarship Auction is live. So if you've not checked it out, you've got some great auction items. We run this during homecoming, so for 2 weeks, we will have it live through October 22nd. We have over 300 items and have already raised. When I started this morning, it was at $26,000. By the time I was rehearsing this afternoon, it was $27,000. I'm shooting for like $30,000 by the time we're out of here tonight, so let's get to work. All right, well, with that, this event wouldn't be possible without the support of you and our sponsors. Thank you to our bronze sponsors, Butterfield Trail Village and TIAA. We would also like to extend our thanks to our media sponsors, Cityscapes, Celebrate Arkansas Magazines, and KUAF. Thank you to our cocktail sponsors, Core Brewing and Distillery, and Southern Glazers Wine and Spirits. Our decor sponsor, Adventures, and our gift sponsors, Facilities Management. We'd also like to thank our table sponsors, or what do we call them, pod sponsors tonight, as we have adapted. Thank you so much for all you do to make this possible and sticking with us this year and being able to bring you this wonderful event. And a list of all of those individuals can be found in your program. These sponsorships allow us to build this award celebration and other programs that connect, serve, and celebrate our University of Arkansas family. Thank you for all you do to support us. Now, continuing on this evening with our Alumni Awards, I'm delighted to welcome to the stage members of our National Board of Directors who from 2019 into 2022 serve as the leaders of our awards committee. These outstanding individuals will join me throughout the rest of the evening to present the next awards. Our first alumni presenter is Connie Lewis Lensing. Connie holds a bachelor's degree in journalism and a Juris Doctorate from the University of Arkansas. She is nationally renowned for her leadership and accomplishments as a very successful litigator. She currently serves as the chair-elect for the National Board of Directors Awards Committee. Please welcome to the stage, Connie Lewis Lensing.
Thank you, Brandy. It is my pleasure to assist in recognizing two members of our alumni family for the University of Arkansas and the Arkansas Alumni Association. The Andrew J. Lucas Alumni Service Award is named in honor of exceptional alumni who exemplify what service means. For 3 decades, Andy Lucas, class of 1959, provided loyal and dedicated service to the U of A. Tonight we honor the outstanding service of alumni Leslie and Ted Belden for their hard work obviously very popular award winners. Leslie and Ted are being honored for their hard work supporting the university through the spirit of service. Leslie received her bachelor's degree in architecture from the U of A in 1979 and completed her PhD in public policy here in 2005. Ted graduated from the university with a bachelor's degree in architecture in 1981. The Beldens have supported the Alumni Association and the University of Arkansas through volunteerism and giving. Leslie served 2 terms on the Arkansas Alumni Association National Board of Directors. Ted served on the university's Board of Advisors for 6 years. They have both been members of multiple university campaigns. The Beldens contributed to the university and the association, and it does not stop with volunteerism. They have pledged support to the Arkansas Alumni Association, the Fay Jones School of Architecture, university libraries, and other areas of need. Please turn your attention to the screens as Leslie and Ted share their story.
My philosophy in terms of life in general is I've been blessed to be a blessing. So I don't know what that necessarily means to a lot of people, but to me, it means that I have a responsibility to take the gifts that God has given me and return those to the community and to my family. And I think we are a very, our faith is very strong.
I wrote an article years ago called God, Family, and the University of Arkansas. And those are the three priorities: God, family, and the University of Arkansas, which sometimes translates into the Razorbacks. But higher education in general, is near and dear to my heart. It's just really important that the world is a better place after we're gone, and what we can do to make that happen. We just want to be involved with that.
Mm-hmm. Hoping to build houses, that was my dream, and so I had an opportunity to go to work for a family business called Lomanco, and we built homes through that company, and then I'm still involved with that company. We make attic ventilation, so it's a well-established company, and because of it, we've been able to, I think, do a lot of other good things for the Fayetteville community.
The Women's Giving Circle is one of the most enjoyable ways that I can serve at the University of Arkansas, because women all give at equal levels, and we make decisions together, and we get to fund programs and projects of the university that might not otherwise be funded.
So we were asked to be a part of Campaign Arkansas, which is a great honor, and again, another great group of people and individuals that we're able to interact with. We specifically, of course, had the School of Architecture kind of under our little umbrella, but then the bigger group, the big steering committee. University of Arkansas is a great community, a lot of caring people, a lot of caring faculty, great students. I think that it's just a great place to get a great education. When we were notified that we were, nominated and would receive the award, I think we were very humbled by it, for sure.
Yeah.
I was looking back in history, and Steve Nipper, he's a good friend of mine, and he's part of this group, and so I'm glad to be a part of the group of former people that have been recognized with this award.
Yes, when we received word that we had received this award, it was humbling to the point that I thought, I really shouldn't even accept it, because I know some of the past recipients. We have received awards in the past for various things, but to receive an award for serving is more meaningful than anything else we could be recognized for.
Please welcome to the stage the Andrew J. Lucas Alumni Service Award recipients, Leslie and Ted Belden.
Y'all stop having so much fun. I'm jealous now. Congratulations, Ted and Leslie. Thank you so much for everything that you do for us. We appreciate it so much. And thank you, Connie. Our next presenter is Regina Hopper. Regina holds a bachelor's degree in political science and a Juris Doctorate from the University of Arkansas. Her career has spanned a variety of disciplines where she has been recognized as a leader in national and state advocacy initiatives. She served as immediate past chair of the awards committee. Please welcome Regina Hopper.
The Community Service Award spotlights the contributions of alumni made to humankind through volunteer or professional service in their communities. The Honorable Tawana Seabird is compelled to serve. It's in her DNA. She shares that she grew up believing that she had a responsibility to work to improve the community in which she lives, to serve others, and learn what she could about those in her community, others, and of course, their experiences. Since January 2021, she has served as a circuit court judge in the state of Arkansas's 6th Judicial Circuit, 8th Juvenile Division. 6 of the guests in attendance this evening were participants in the Women's Foundation of Arkansas's inaugural Tawana Bird Summer Internship Program this past summer. The internship named for Judge Bird is an opportunity for college-aged women of color pursuing careers in science, technology, engineering, and math to gain real-world experience, build a professional network, and have access to a diverse college-to-career pipeline, all right here in Arkansas. The Women's Foundation of Arkansas named this program for Judge Bird in honor of her tireless work supporting these young people, especially young women of color in our communities. Please turn your attention to the screens as Tawana shares her amazing story.
The main reason that I want to be involved in the community is because, honestly, it's in my DNA. I was raised part of my life with my grandmother, who I thought was old, but was probably only in her mid-50s, but she and her friends focused on taking care of each other, taking care of the folks in the community. She and my grandfather were part of the team that actually built the church that I grew up in. One of the projects that I'm involved with, or an organization, is the Women's Foundation of Arkansas. I had the pleasure and privilege of serving as president in the prior administration, and it's the only organization in our state that is focused on improving the economic lives of girls and women. And the entire focus of the organization is about that. We were able to raise funds to give $50,000 in grants to women during COVID, because people were suffering. And so we were in a position to be able to award many grants to minority women business owners across the state, which, of course, is a big deal. But service is the rent you pay for your life here on earth. And everybody's got a part to play. And I just feel like I'm not doing anything if I'm not serving, even in the smallest of ways. And to me, service doesn't mean you have to be a part of an organization necessarily. Service can be mentoring a kid in the neighborhood, or helping with homework, or assisting your neighbor with getting the yard done. There are all kinds of ways for each of us to be serving. Receiving the Community Service Award from the university is very humbling. It's exciting. I'm honored. I don't see service as something for which you should necessarily be recognized, because I believe it's something that we all should be doing anyway. But it does feel very special for someone to see the work that I'm doing and think it's worth calling my name and honoring me for it. So I'm truly grateful and honored. I thank the Alumni Association and all of those involved with this award that I'm receiving, and for the experience with.
Please welcome to the stage our Community Service Award recipient, Tawana C. Bird.
Congratulations, Tawana. Amazing work you're doing. And thank you, Regina, so much. And now our next presenter this evening served as the chairperson of our National Awards Committee during the selection of these recipients we are honoring this evening. She's a University of Arkansas graduate with a bachelor's degree in journalism. She has had an impactful career in higher education leadership and management. Please welcome Linda Bedford Jackson.
The Young Alumni Award was established in 2000 to honor the significant professional accomplishments of alumni who are 40 years old or younger. Recipients are alumni who have achieved extraordinary success in the short years since graduation. Vera Jankoski is an economist by training and a servant leader at her core. She has worked in the nonprofit, academic, and private sectors, including the fields of international development and children's rights. She is the director of the Office of Education for the City of Houston, while simultaneously serving as a non-resident fellow at Rice University's Baker Institute for Public Policy, where she conducts research on energy topics. Vera shared that the University of Arkansas taught her the 3 C's: communication, connection, and creativity, which became an essential part of her daily success. Please join me in hearing more of Vera's story.
I was one of the transfer students that the Bumpers College of Agricultural Studies had a connection with a college in Greece, and I was one of the transfer students who came in my junior year. I sensed the community at the University of Arkansas. I sensed that students were really well connected with professors. There was an opportunity for everyone to contribute to the university beyond their studies. But most importantly, I think I was exposed to the variety of opportunities. I was part of the Career Development Office and taking advantage of all the opportunities for career development, all those resume workshops, mock interviews. That really helped me in preparing for what comes in the future. I think the greatest achievements for me, I would say, were just how far I've gotten in my career based on where I come from. I was a child which probably would have been just another statistic. When I was 7 years old, I was at risk of not continuing my education. And UNICEF specifically was the organization that came in at my town at that time and delivered the school supplies and the needed materials for children like myself to go back to school. That drove me to specifically focus on and uplift the voices of children like myself, children who would have probably not achieved their fullest potential. So I've always worked for children just simply because I understand what it feels like to be on the sidelines. I've always dreamed about publishing my children's books, which you can see behind me. And those finally are published in 2020. So I think that must be one of the proudest moments so far. Well, first and foremost, thank you so much for this honor. It's an unbelievable feeling to know that you have been recognized for the work you've done so far. The university has done an amazing job of engaging their alumni all over the world and just being that representative on behalf of the international community, on behalf of Bumpers College. I really want to thank you for, highlighting the work that all of us and the alumni that are doing around the world. It's truly a pleasure to be part of the organization, to continue supporting each other like a big family, and to be able to help each other in times when we need help, and also in times to celebrate when we have achieved our big dreams.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Young Alumni Award recipient, Vera Jankoski.
Congratulations, Vera. Thank you so much, Linda. And now our next presenter is Brian Wolfe. Brian holds a bachelor's degree in economics from the University of Arkansas, and Brian is a highly regarded leader in government relations, strategy, and communications on Capitol Hill. He currently serves as a chairperson on the National Alumni Awards Committee. Please welcome Brian Wolfe.
Thank you, Brandy. The Honorary Alumni Award honors non-alumni who have served, promoted, and loved the University of Arkansas and the tradition of an Arkansas graduate. And tonight we are proud to recognize Rear Admiral Mike Johnson. The Admiral, as he is affectionately and respectfully known on campus, has served for 17 years before he retired last March. Before that, 34 years in the Navy doing facilities work as well. I think it prepared him to be able to come to the University of Arkansas and meet the needs of 29,000 student population that we have here. You can't really visit any corner of this campus and not think about Mike Johnson. He's touched every corner of this campus, from the Wingate Art and Design Center, the Adohi Hall, many residence halls as well, but also the Student Success Center are just a few. I think that when I met him earlier this evening, I wanted to know clearly how he was enjoying retirement. He's now Assistant Facilities Director at home to his lovely wife, Terry, but there's no one more deserving of this award than Admiral Mike Johnson. Let's take a moment to review something from him.
My path to the University of Arkansas started with 34 years in the Navy. I was at ROTC, University of Colorado, commissioned in May of 1970 into the Navy, a couple of years aboard ship, and then transferred into the Civil Engineer Corps and spent the next 32 years doing facilities, public works, transportation, environmental, housing. But it essentially gave me a great background when I retired in January of 2004 to go somewhere else and take that experience. So I put my application in late December of 2003, was interviewed in mid-February, and went to work on 15 March 2004. A lot of people have asked, and I think one of my more rewarding experiences always is dealing with students. Whether it's in the classroom, whether it's registered student organizations around the campus, whether it's students that have special projects, special concerns, the semi-annual Tour of Lights, where some of the student RSOs, we walk the campus looking at safety, looking at lighting, looking at areas where people may not feel as secure, and what can we do to work on those. But it's also engaging with faculty and staff. It takes that whole team to deliver the educational mission, and it's been fun with all those groups, but especially students. Students keep you young. To everyone in the audience, you should be proud of the University of Arkansas. It is a jewel. It is not as widely known as it deserves to be known, but it is truly a unique jewel in this nation, not just in this state. And we all need to appreciate that. We all need to support that to the best of our ability. To the Alumni Association, I would just like to say thank you. I so much appreciate this singular honor. I am not a graduate of the University of Arkansas. I feel like a graduate of the University of Arkansas. I've spent a lot of time figuring out where does the senior walk go and how are we going to keep it repaired and that type of thing. So I do feel like an alum of the University of Arkansas, and I appreciate that honor.
Please welcome the Honorary Alumni Award recipient, Mike Johnson.
Thank you, Brian, and congratulations, Mike. We certainly appreciate all you've done for us. And now, help me welcome to the stage our National Alumni Association Board President, Ron Rainey. Ron is the assistant, oh, the board already started. There you go. Welcome, Ron. Ron is Assistant Vice President for the University of Arkansas System of the Division of Agriculture. He has received 3 degrees from the University of Arkansas, a bachelor's and master's degree from the Dale Bumpers College of Agricultural, Food, and Life Science, and a doctorate in economics from the Salmon Walton College of Business. Please welcome Dr. Ron Rainey.
Thank you, Brandy. Good evening. Thank you all for joining us tonight. The Citation of Distinguished Alumni is a Lifetime Achievement Award recognizing outstanding success. Tonight we add 3 more amazing alumni to the list of honorees. Our first recipient this evening is Pam Mcginnis, Vice President of Global Sales and Marketing for Phillips 66. Pam has dedicated her 30-plus year career to the energy industry and developing the people around her. She had several impactful stops along her career journey at Phillips 66, including launching the company's truck and rail business and serving as Chief Procurement Officer. But her biggest impact has been on people. She's an advocate for inclusion and diversity and in fostering an environment of belonging as Phillips 66 looks to solve the energy challenges ahead. Her passion for people is evident at the University of Arkansas, where she serves as chair-elect of the Dean's Advisory Council for the College of Engineering. Her support has been instrumental in the success of the Engineering Career Awareness Program, providing scholarships to underrepresented students in the engineering field. Please turn to the screen and join me in hearing more about Pam.
I grew up in the Northwest Arkansas area, but as a farm kid who didn't have parents that saw women in the workforce, college was never really a thought for us. I often said it wasn't a natural path for me. And just before graduation, a high school counselor asked me where I would go to college because I was on the top of my class. I had applied nowhere. I didn't even know how or what to do. She pointed me in the right direction and encouraged me to try engineering because I was good at science and math, and I love math most of all. She helped me secure a small scholarship, and this put me on my way to the University of Arkansas. And it was a good match for me because it was close by and affordable for someone who's having to pay their own way. My experience at Arkansas definitely influenced me as a person and in my career. I went from thinking college wasn't my natural path my whole life to suddenly entering engineering school. I felt extremely fortunate to be a part of the University of Arkansas. Having to work as hard as I did in the classroom and on the job just to get through school taught me many things. It reinforced the value of hard work. It taught me that I have amazing resolve and persistence. It taught me humility. My time at the University of Arkansas taught me to never forget my roots or lose my connection with the people at the real human level. There are people out there just like me even today. They deserve a chance too. I have worked most of my career to help people stretch and strive to achieve things they may never have thought possible, to challenge people to take a risk on them and develop them. In the last few years, I've been able to recognize the gifts I received as a result of my time at the University of Arkansas. What I see happening at the U of A is an overwhelming dedication to bringing more underserved and underrepresented communities and students to campus. The university is focused on giving more kids the opportunity to achieve. They're loyal to the state and the mission of a state school, while also striving to excel in research and innovation. For example, the work being done by the engineering school to increase the diversity of its student population far exceeds the level of commitment I see at other schools where Phillips 66 recruits. The work being done to level the playing field at the U of A, to make education attainable for many versus the few, is what matters, and it'll be the difference maker in the future. Receiving this award means a lot to me. It makes me feel extremely humble and honored. To me, it's a validation that hard work pays off. It's validation that you can achieve more than you ever thought you could if you're not afraid to try. As a woman and as a parent, I feel proud to share this achievement with my family and my children. My job as their mom is to help them maximize their potential and teach them that it's okay to be who they truly are. I hope that they feel inspired and confident to achieve big things, and this award helps them see that big things are possible. I'd like to say thank you to the Alumni Association for recognizing me in the same category as the other very impressive award winners. It's evident that the University of Arkansas has served as a very meaningful foundation for so many influential individuals, and I'm proud to be honored among them. The association continues to bring so much thought and value to the university, and I just wanted to thank everyone who so generously gives back their time, their passion, and resources to a place that served me and so many others so very well.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage the first citation of Distinguished Alumni recipient, Pam Mcginnis.
Our second recipient is Barry Switzer. Barry is an award-winning championship coach at the collegiate and professional levels. After a successful career as a Razorback player, Barry graduated from the University of Arkansas with a bachelor's degree in business. Following a brief stint in the Army, Barry began coaching college football, first as an Arkansas assistant coach at Arkansas, and later as an assistant coach and offensive coordinator for the Oklahoma Sooners. In 1973, Barry became head coach of the Sooners, a position he held for 16 years. Under his leadership, the Sooners won 3 national championships and multiple conference championships. Additionally, 54 of his players were selected as All-Americans. Later, Barry served as the head coach for the Dallas Cowboys from 1994 to 1997, during which he coached a team to a Super Bowl championship. Barry said that Coach Frank Broyles was an inspiration in his career path and that his greatest achievement during his career was his relationship with his players. His one piece of advice for potential U of A students is to compete in the classroom and make friends for a lifetime. Please turn your attention to the screens to hear more about Barry.
I graduated Crosset High School in 1955. I was recruited by University of Arkansas. Bowden Wyatt was the head coach at that time. Some of the great highlights of my playing at the University of Arkansas was the fact that my senior year, we won the Southwest Conference Championship, and that was Frank Broyles' first conference championship. His second year there, I was captain of the team along with James Monroe and Billy Luplo. We ended up playing Georgia Tech in the Gator Bowl, defeated Georgia Tech the first time they had lost a bowl game, and it was my final game. And I graduated Arkansas with a business degree. I took a couple of years to get to that school and found something I liked and enjoyed, and I realized my junior year that I needed to be a student first and a football player second. And Carter Short was the registrar at Arkansas, and I went one day to his office and said, "Carter, would you look at my transcript and tell me how many hours I need to get certain degrees in business school?" And he went over the list and he finally said, "Well, you got enough hours to get a general business degree right now." And I said, "I'll take it." As I left the United States Army, Frank Broyles asked me to join his staff. He motivated me to do that. He saw something in me. He felt like that I could help his program. I was a good recruiter. I related well with the players. I was obviously a freshman coach, and I became a varsity coach after a couple of years, and we won four championships when I was on his staff, and won a national championship when I was on his staff. In 1964, we defeated Nebraska in the Cotton Bowl. We were named national champions by the Football Writers of America. Then I was named head coach, and we had a great run. I had some outstanding coaches and outstanding players, and we won 9 consecutive Big 8 conference championships, and won a couple national championships along the way in the 70s. We were the winningest team in the 70s and the decade of the 70s. And won another national championship in the 80s. We had a great run there too. And then when I ended up my coaching career, we were able to accomplish, we had the best record in college football at that time, winning percentage-wise. So I've been honorary head coach of Special Olympics in the state of Oklahoma for 45 years. Made every opening game. I made about 5 international games. Really, that was my passion. That was helping those kids and finding out that all they needed was a hug and an encouragement. And they give more to me than I probably gave to them. And I think it's how we identify ourselves by how we treat people in the presence of others. And I think that we only sometimes have a minute or a few seconds to do that. And it's how we do that. It determines how people will think of you, and it'll come back to you in time. It'll pay great dividends and benefits because it'll make a full circle and come back because it'll remember how they were treated or saw how you treated other people. Well, I'm shocked and surprised more than anybody when I was called and told that I would be receiving this award. I was surprised, that we accomplished a lot. I accomplished a lot in my career at Oklahoma. It is outstanding what we did, our players, our coaches, and I'm glad that I'm being recognized for it. I'm very proud to accept this award.
Ladies and gentlemen, please congratulate the second Citation of Distinguished Alumni recipient, Barry Switzer. Mr. Switzer is unable to be with us this evening, and we accept this award on his behalf.
Tonight's final awardee is Michael Utley, musician, composer, and record producer. Mike began his career as a professional musician while he was still enrolled as a student at the University of Arkansas. From relatively humble beginnings working as a studio house band member, Mike has gone on to national acclaim in the music industry, working as a musician, a composer, and a producer. From the 1960s to today, he has been credited on more than 350 albums. Mike worked with Aretha Franklin on the Spirit in the Dark album, and with Chris Christopherson and Barbra Streisand on A Star Is Born soundtrack. Indeed, impressive. He was an arranger, conductor, and keyboard player on Roy Orbison and Friends, A Black and White Night, a concert special, at which he worked alongside musical director T. Boone Burnett with artists such as Bonnie Raitt, Katie Lang, Jackson Browne, J.D. Souther, Bruce Springsteen, Elvis Costello, and Tom Watts. Indeed. Mike's most enduring musical collaboration has been with Jimmy Buffett since 1973. He has produced 11 Buffett albums. Mr. Utley continues to tour with Jimmy Buffett as musical director of the Coral Reefer Band. Please watch the screen for more of Mike's fantastic story.
I came to the university. I have an older sister that was a few years older than I was, and we used to go up and visit her during the football weekends, and it was just, the atmosphere was incredible. I never even thought about going anywhere else. I was always going to go to the University of Arkansas. I thought destined to go and be a physician just like my father was and like his father was. Never knowing that later on, at the end of the 4 years, I would be headed to Memphis to start my music career. All I have to do is either to listen to music or start playing music, and things start happening. And it's really, it's a gift. And that's really the reason I decided to give music a shot, because I'd always kept saying to myself, I'm going to be a doctor. I'm going to do this. I'm going to go through med school, and because I think it'd be a great gift to give people, to help people. But when push came to shove, and I had, as a senior, had an opportunity to record a full album, a Bill Black combo album, during spring break, and also write some tunes for that album. Things kept happening and more opportunities kept coming up. So I said, I need to give myself a shot at doing music because I love it so much, and it makes me joyous, to say the least. I'd go home and listen to Aretha Franklin. She had just started having success. It was so inspiring to listen to. She was a true talent, and I said, wow, just to play with her. I graduated in June of 1969, and in March of 1970, I was playing on the Spirit in the Dark album with her. Lucky is, I pinch myself. All my, opportunities come, but you have to take advantage of them, but there has to be a little luck involved. And that's one highlight. A couple of other ones, doing Star is Born with Barbara Streisand and Chris Christopherson. Doing the Black and White Night in '85 with Roy Orbison. And then finally working with Jimmy throughout his entire career. Jimmy Buffett started in 1973, and just being able to play and also produce and give direction to him and try to be a part of his sound. Stay focused and follow your dreams, follow what inspires you, because that's the most important thing in life. And try to figure out a way. There's so many different avenues to go in a career, and find something that inspires you and that you love. What would I like to say to the Arkansas Alumni Association? Thank you so much. You guys are great. I thank you for even thinking of me. I'm so humbled and honored to be chosen. I never intended for this to happen. I never went out in the world and said, oh, well, maybe I'll do something. I was more of a worker bee sort of guy. I was a session player. I listened to other people, and I tried to translate that into what would be good for the artist. And, I'm just so thrilled about the award, and I never envisioned it.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage the final Citation of Distinguished Alumni recipient, Michael Utley.
Wow, what an amazing group of award recipients. Please give them a big round of applause. And thank you, Ron, for your leadership with the Arkansas Alumni Association. I'd also like to thank our alumni board members who served on the awards committee and helped to select tonight's alumni awardees. Also know that our nominations are open for our alumni award recipients for the next year. So we encourage you to participate and nominate alumni and faculty who are making a difference in our U of A community and beyond. And as we continue this evening and begin to wrap up, I have to take a moment and acknowledge some people who have worked tremendously behind the scenes. My Alumni Association team, my family, wave. Please acknowledge. And there's two I can see through the lights right here, Deb Ucolano and Julie Simpson. Dr. Harwood Rome said, I don't want to hear the word pivot ever again. But this was one beautiful pivot. But thank you so much for everything you did for our entire alumni team. They are working very diligently on homecoming. We have so many events. It's not just tonight. Tomorrow we have senior award dedications. There are open houses on campus, happy hours with different groups, as well as the parade and the pep rally. So many opportunities to participate in homecoming and then watch our Razorbacks beat the Auburn Tigers. Thank you to our alumni team and to University Relations and all the work that has gone into making tonight possible. And here we are at the end of another special night. Tonight you have met 12 inspiring honorees who personify the spirit of the U of A through their exceptional work, innovation, and service to Arkansas and the world. Our U of A family inspires me every day, and I hope these stories have inspired you as well. As we wrap up this program, I have a few final reminders. Back to the auction. I promise you, there are some really good things. Do not outbid me. Actually, please outbid me. And let's keep going on raising scholarship dollars for our students. On your way, or I'll keep bidding with you. How about that? I'll keep going. Okay. On our way out, please be sure and stop by the tables. We know we didn't get to give you dinner tonight, but we did come up with something special for you. Locally made charcuterie celebration boxes with a nice little beverage by Sweet Freedom Cheese. So you can take the celebration with you and continue on this evening in what you feel is the safe way to continue to celebrate tonight. And finally, it wouldn't be an alumni celebration if we didn't call the hogs. So if I can have Pam and Mr. Utley and Dr. Rainey come up here. Oh, Tad, okay. I'll tell you, any more? Okay. We got a couple more. All right, Tad's on here. Let's go. Hey, say. Hey, say. Hey, say. Razorbacks. Let's go Hogs. Of course, congratulations. Thank you all so much. Have a good night, everyone. We will see you back here in 2022.